Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Every upcoming Yellowstone spinoff, ranked by fan anticipation. The Yellowstone franchise is at a turning point as Taylor Sheridan's popular Western television universe looks for a new path forward after the conclusion of its flagship series. Yellowstone officially came to an end after 5 seasons, putting a definitive end to one chapter in the Dutton family saga. However, the franchise is far from over. There are several Yellowstone spin-offs in various stages of development. From sequel series expanding the franchise beyond the original series to entirely new shows revolving around a cast of fresh faces, there are plenty of Yellowstone fans to be excited about. However, some of these upcoming spin-offs are more exciting than others. Yellowstone captivates fans with its beautiful landscapes and horrifying crimes, centering around the Dutton family of Yellowstone Ranch. The Madison is a new series set within the Yellowstone television universe that promises to reinvent the franchise after the conclusion of its flagship series. The Madison stars Michelle Pfeiffer as Stacy Clyburn, the matriarch of a wealthy New York family who moves to rural Montana after a tragedy hits too close to him. Together with her family, Stacy adjusts to a new way of life, adopting the surprisingly complex ways of the countryside, while navigating various family drama that arises in the meantime. Also joining the series are Patrick J. Adams, Elle Chapman, Matthew Fox, Beau Garrett, and Amia Miller. Although The Madison has great potential as a standalone series, its inclusion in Taylor Sheridan's Yellowstone franchise is puzzling. Other than its shared setting of rural Montana, the upcoming series appears to have no connections to Yellowstone or the Dutton family. While Michelle Pfeiffer's upcoming neo-western may be a vehicle for the franchise to expand beyond the Dutton family saga, the question remains whether or not Yellowstone fans are interested in any such story. Sheridan's television universe has always thrived thanks to the Duttons, and a story outside of the family's dramatic history may not be appealing to longtime fans. The New York family's life begins to unravel following a tragic event as they navigate their grief during a retreat to rural Montana, discovering the complexities of human connection in the face of profound sorrow. One series rumored to be in the works for a long time is 6666, a spinoff centered around the Four Sixes Ranch in Texas. This horse ranch has made numerous appearances in Yellowstone, most notably when Jefferson White's Jimmy Herdstrom is sent there to learn how to become a real cowboy. Audiences have met several employees of the Four Sixes, including Travis Wheatley, the head cowboy and a longtime associate of the Dutton family. Taylor Sheridan's Yellowstone includes several terrific character arcs, but one of the show's prominent villains is a disappointment in the end. The Four Sixes Ranch was always an interesting inclusion in Yellowstone, but an entire series based around its staff and their exploits may be overindulgent for the franchise. From what audiences see in the other series, the Four Sixes isn't all that different from the Dutton property, calling into question whether the Texas-based ranch needs to be explored in any greater depth. While it would be great to see more of Jimmy and his friends at their new locale, 6666 mostly seems unnecessary to Yellowstone fans. After the conclusion of 1923, with its second and final season later this year, Taylor Sheridan plans to continue the Dutton family saga in the third spin-off of the original Yellowstone series, 1944. As its name implies, the spin-off will be set in 1944, following the next generation of the Dutton family as they navigate life during World War II. The series is expected to follow the continuing adventures of Spencer Brandon Sklenar and Alexandra Dutton, Julia Schlepfer, as they inherit their family's ranch. 1944 has the exciting opportunity to bridge the gap between Yellowstone's various series, creating a complete multi-generational narrative following the Duttons over more than a century. After 1833 and 1923, the upcoming 1944 spin-off will most likely include the birth of John Dutton II, the father of John Dutton IV, the protagonist of the original series. In so doing, the Dutton family saga will finally be complete, as audiences meet every generation of the family. Moreover, 1944's unique setting provides plenty of interesting storytelling opportunities as the Duttons deal with the fallout of another world war. 1923 is the second spin-off in the Yellowstone franchise, set after the events of 1883. The series explores the exploits of Jacob, Harrison Ford, and Cara Dutton, Helen Mirren, as they work hard to preserve the ranch left to them by Jacob's late younger brother, James Tim McGraw. Jacob and Cara are set to return for the second and final season of their spin-off series, which premieres on February 23. Yellowstone Season 5B took a massive twist as John Dutton Ivey was killed. Did Kevin Costner's exit help or hurt Yellowstone's final season? 1923 Season 2 not only marks the first time that a Yellowstone spin-off series has returned for an additional season, but also promises to conclude the emotional story of Jacob and Cara Dutton. With a star-studded cast that truly brought their characters to life in the first season, 1923 stands out as one of the best entries in the Yellowstone franchise so far. Fans are excited to see how this stage of the Dutton family saga will end, even if they might be a bit apprehensive about the fates of certain beloved characters. A follow-up to the Yellowstone series, also created by Taylor Sheridan, 1923 continues following the Dutton family in the year 1923. The series takes place after the 1883 show, with the Dutton family now dealing with some of the biggest American hardships of the century, such as the Prohibition era, the Great Depression, and the fallout of World War I. Harrison Ford and Helen Mirren star as Jacob Dutton and Cara Dutton, the heads of the Dutton legacy. Yellowstone famously ended one season earlier than expected as a result of Kevin Costner's decision to exit the series halfway through its fifth season. As such, many storylines for the planned sixth season were rushed to bring the series to a close at the end of Season 5. However, a planned spin-off starring Rip and Beth will explore some of these abandoned storylines, following the two fan-favorite characters after the event of Yellowstone, as they start a new ranch and kick off a new legacy without the Dutton name. Audiences still know very little about Rip and Beth's spin-off series, but that hasn't kept them from getting excited about what the future might hold for the iconic characters. The show can continue to expand Beth and Rip's characters as they continue to work through their trauma and break the cycle of abuse that both suffered for far too long. The possibilities are endless for the as-yet unnamed spin-off series, which may be the new main entry in the Yellowstone franchise moving forward. The series follows the conflicts along the shared borders of the Yellowstone Ranch, a large cattle ranch, the Broken Rock Indian Reservation, Yellowstone National Park, and land developers. The Yellowstone franchise has taken the world by storm, becoming one of television's most beloved sagas. Created by Taylor Sheridan, the sprawling neo-Western drama has not only captivated audiences with its tales of loyalty, power struggles, and frontier justice, but has also spawned a series of spin-offs. These extensions of the Yellowstone universe explore various eras and characters tied to the iconic Dutton family. As new projects are announced, fans eagerly speculate about what's to come. Here, we rank every upcoming Yellowstone spin-off based on fan anticipation. 1. 1923, Season 2. The first season of 1923 introduced us to Jacob and Cara Dutton, brilliantly portrayed by Harrison Ford and Helen Mirren. Set in the early 20th century, this prequel dives into the challenges of Prohibition, the Great Depression, and a changing American West. The series' intense drama, coupled with stunning cinematography, quickly won over fans. Season 2 is highly anticipated due to the unresolved storylines left hanging. Will Jacob's health hold out? How will the Duttons navigate mounting threats from powerful enemies? The chemistry between Ford and Mirren has been lauded, and viewers are eager to see how their characters' bond evolves in the face of adversity. As the flagship spin-off, 1923 commands top-tier attention from Yellowstone enthusiasts. 2. 1944. The announcement of 1944 immediately sparked intrigue. This spin-off will focus on the post-World War II era, a transformative time for both America and the Dutton Ranch. Fans are eager to explore how the family adapts to the cultural and economic shifts of the mid-20th century. Speculation abounds about who might lead the cast, with many hoping for big-name actors to carry on the Dutton legacy. The potential to explore themes like modernization, the rise of corporate power, and the changing landscape of Montana makes 1944 a fascinating prospect.